Welcome back. Today we're looking at liminal space. Woo, my favorite, dude. The best. Just pictures of weird, dreamy places, abandoned things, empty things that shouldn't be empty. Just pictures that make you feel nostalgic, but also creeped out at the same time. It's a fun little thing. I would do this video every week if this was more popular. I probably actually would. It's one of the few types of content we look at that there's always 1,000 more good posts of this. The rest of it, I have to dig pretty deep to find what I find. And even then, sometimes stinkers get through. But liminal space specifically, bangers. Just good stuff. I don't even have to look that hard. I just go to the liminal space subreddit or my own phone library and just pick my, 20 favorites, A little fun surprise I've been meaning to do for a while, it's also been heavily requested, is that I have my own photos today, but I've mixed them in with the rest of them. I'm not gonna tell you that they're mine until after we've looked at them. So, this first one, is this mine? Did I take this? No, this is just a post on the subreddit, but there will be ones that I took. So see if you can guess them. I won't tell you how many there are, but there's at least 4, possibly even slightly more than 4. First picture, just a dusty old basement, but the lights are on. This is like a church basement. You got the soda machine right there, Diet Coke soda machine too, that's crazy. The wall phone, the corded wall phone, that for some reason looks weirdly small. Couch with the blanket cover, like it's not actually a couch cover, it's just a blanket kind of like stuffed to fit the couch. Dark room around the corner. There's a second picture. Nice. Yeah, dude. Yeah, what does this remind me of? This reminds me of something. Maybe that's just the creepy nostalgia kicking in, but I feel like I've been in rooms like this before when I'm awake. I feel like I've actually been, not just I feel like I've been. I actually think I've been in rooms like this. Just anytime there's a kitchen-like room, but it's in a basement, creepy, Like there's something wrong about a kitchen setup being in a basement. It's not much of a kitchen, but it's a kitchen, And I don't think I want to be cooking food in a basement. Can you imagine that? That feels weird. That feels illegal. Yeah, weird. Just a little time capsule of a place. Next up, nice. Beautiful. Old abandoned building, potentially. And then, man, that brightest, bluest sky I've ever seen with photogenic clouds just piercing through the wall. The infinite blue just outside that window. What a nice feeling. I think I'd rather be on the other side of this window though. I'd rather be in the blue outdoors than in this dingy old place, huh? Please keep this trap door closed at all times. Times has an apostrophe in it for no reason. Huh? There's literally a trap door? And yeah, please keep it closed, because if it's open, it's not a trap door anymore. Just a regular trap. Next up, we have this one. An upward view of the sky through a strangely shaped parking garage, potentially. This is one of the best photos I think I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm joking, but I did take this one. This is one of mine. Took this one literally today. And it's what got me thinking I should do a liminal space video. It might be time, because I have some good pictures to contribute now. I took this literally less than 3 hours ago. 5:55, March 22nd. Look at this down here. Currently, it's 8:46. This is the hottest, newest photo you've ever seen. By the time you're watching this though, this will be like a couple weeks old probably, because I don't think this video is going up for a little bit. What do you think, huh? Pretty good? In a parking garage, like I said, and not just the normal upwards like square you get. The garage is kind of like weirdly shaped where the angles aren't right angles. It's just kind of like almost random. Then the sky, I wish it was like perfectly blue or like maybe 1 or 2 photogenic clouds, but I'll take it, man. I'm pretty happy with this, I'm not gonna lie. This might be the best one that I'm contributing today, although I kind of forgot what my other ones are, so we'll see. Maybe that's not true. But would you guess this was mine? Went to a furniture store and ended up walking into the Backrooms. Dude. Actually though, this looks like the literal Backrooms. Dude, orange Fanta is so good. Dang, dude, what even was this building? Like, the walls are so random. This room is huge. Like, this room is massive. And then there's like walls randomly placed, but the walls don't even go to the ceiling. They just kind of go halfway up or like a little bit past halfway up. So you're always acutely aware of how big the room you're in. Like, they don't really feel like walls. They just feel like little barriers that you have to go around. Like it's some sort of Call of Duty map or something. What is this place? And this first photo is so good, like the kind of motion blur, like you took it while running for your life. It's perfect, it really is. But this picture right here is so strange. Like, I don't even want to believe this is real. And then Fanta, that's crazy. And then demo, yeah, knock this wall down because none of the walls in here do anything. And then guest services. This is the strangest building, dude. What on earth? I wonder if they say what it is. So yeah, it looks like they were remodeling or like going on a business or something, they were saying. But it's a furniture store. Furniture store with no furniture? Maybe that's why you went out of business. They forgot the most important thing of being a furniture store. The furniture. This is a great post. I love this. One more look at this one. Whew. Imagine sneezing in here. Imagine the echo. I moved into a grandma's house. Okay, nice. This looks like the kind of thing we would see on the haunted houses video topic. The ceiling looks unusually low. Like this door literally goes to the ceiling and it looks like a normal sized door. It almost looks like the room like actually gets smaller. Not just perspective, but like it actually looks like the room gets smaller. Like if you were to walk to that door, you'd have to like hunch down to climb through it. Extremely yellow bathroom. Probably it's just the light, maybe. But it kind of looks like it's actually yellow. I mean, the door is literally yellow, so that doesn't help. The random door just leaned up against the window. Dude, what a strange place. Nice. All right, I mean, this is this reminds me of like my grandma's house growing up, you know? This is like just peak grandma dining room. But this first picture is crazy, dude. You're telling me this is tall enough for me to stand up in? Like, this looks like it's 4 or 5 feet tall. There's not a lot of like context clues to tell me how tall this is. This does not look tall enough to stand up in, okay? This looks like a closet. And then the stairs right there. So this must be the basement area then, huh? Dude, the red carpet. What was with red carpet too? All these old houses always have red carpet. Okay, even if it is tall enough to stand up in here, I would hit the top of my head on this for sure. All right, there's no way I'm gonna clear this. Train station in Sapporo, Japan. Nice, this is some like pool rooms action. I'm like almost confused at the perspective here. So this is not the wall from over here. Yeah, okay, I see it. It looked like this wall was like the far right wall, but you can't actually see that wall. Dang, that's a lot of squares of all shapes and sizes. I kind of like it. If this was one of those crappy design videos, like if we were looking at posts of like poorly designed things, this would be just like this, but they wouldn't have this green edge to it, so it would just look like a bunch of gray. Like this could almost be disorienting to walk through. In fact, it probably still is, but you at least can tell where the steps start and end. Yeah, pretty spooky. Imagine sneezing in here. Dude, the sound. Foggy tree in the distance. Pretty cool, pretty spooky. Pretty heavy fog. I took this one. This is one of mine. This isn't like the best one. I don't even know if it truly fits. I wish I was able to get this picture of the tree from a different spot, but this is just how it looked to me. This is actually from the window in my bathroom, I believe. And yes, there's a building right next to me that blocks like half of the window view for my 2 windows on that side. It's pretty silly. But yeah, this tree is massive. I mean, as you can tell. And the fog was so thick. This is back in January when California had that like fog thing. I guess if you know, you know, I forget what it's called, but we had like intense fog for like a couple weeks straight. And this is at the peak of it. And I kept going outside to take pictures of the fog. But once you like go out there and like get closer to things, it doesn't show up quite right or the lighting's wrong. So like I never got a good picture, but this is pretty like spooky, you know, just the fog was so thick. I just wish I got a better picture from it, you know? So we'll move on. It's all right. I'll give it like a 3 out of 5. Upcoming stills from the Backrooms movie. Interesting. I saw the trailer for it. I'm excited about it. I'm really, really excited about it actually, because it feels crazy that we're getting a Backrooms movie. But I didn't, if I'm honest, I didn't like love the style of it, I guess. Like it looks a little too computer graphic-y for me. So we'll see if that like works within the context of the movie. Like maybe it's like a more immersive when you're actually watching it. I'm still excited about it, but I was kind of like, oh, interesting. I'm not sure I love first impressions of how this looks, but I'm excited to see it. Even if it's bad, I'm gonna go watch it. Like I have to. We're getting a Backrooms feature film in theaters. Like that, of course I'll be there. But yeah, this, it feels almost more like an analog horror to me, which is, you know, who cares, blah, blah, blah. But like it reminds me of those like analog horror video game videos where like you awkwardly kind of move with the footstep sounds through location to location, and then like something pops up and you just, man, then you move to the next. Like it reminds me of like an old computer game, which is not what I want from a Backrooms movie, but I'm excited to see it. So here's 8 images for you. I'm not gonna zoom in because I can't. This is me zooming in. Whoa. Whoa, here we go. I wish this was me. This is not me. This is like what I wanted out of my Foggy photo. Getting the like, basically a black and white image. it's not edited that way, I don't think. It's just that color because everything is white or black or somewhere in between, and there's mega fog going on. But then you got this bright green outhouse, which is just perfect. Like, it being an outhouse is like funny, but it also works for the vibe. I don't know, really good. And then the graininess of the photo is perfect. It makes it feel kind of old. Fantastic photo. I wish we saw pictures of power lines more often. I feel like whenever I'm driving around and I'm somewhere kind of weird, like middle of nowhere, the power lines are always like I don't know, they're kind of like melancholy or something. I don't know, they look just weird. They make me feel, I don't know, they look kind of liminal sometimes. They're kind of like eerie and lonely. I don't know, maybe I'm being stupid, but I feel like I like power lines. They look kind of just alien, you know, they're just like sitting out there. Like, look at these goofballs back there in the fog. That looks like some weird alien thing. Fantastic photo. I love good power lines. Okay, here we go. We got a nice rainy street with a whole lot of nothing all the way down. And this one is from me. I think this works. I think there might be a car in the picture, but I think that, like, you know, that's fine. That is what it is. It was dumping rain when I took this picture. Like, it was pouring rain. I got so drenched. I got drenched through my jacket, through my hoodie, through my t-shirt. I was like soaked. It was raining so hard, but I was out with some friends specifically to take pictures out in some more like sort of unfamiliar areas, kind of like abandoned areas. And I got this shot during the walk. We were walking along some railroad tracks. Yeah, my life's kind of a movie, what can I say? Just walking along railroad tracks during a pouring rainstorm, you know, just to take pictures. We got some power lines, that's cool. Power lines going all the way down, gray sky. Doesn't actually look that wet on the road, but trust me, it was dumping rain. In fact, maybe this is right before it started dumping rain. Maybe this is like just sprinkling at this point, but pretty cool. I don't know how liminal it actually is. It's definitely like kind of got that like eerie nighttime thing, but not the best one. I think I shouldn't have started with my parking garage one. Like, this one is just like, this is great. The other two have been kind of like, all right, you guys are probably like, oh, he took that one obviously because it's not very good. There we go. Nice. I'm curious what I'm even looking at. It looks like it's a render, doesn't it? It looks either like extremely heavily edited or it's just not real to begin with. I almost wanted to say it's just heavily edited. Because obviously the sky's not that red, but a lot of parts of it look almost like old computer graphics. It's perfect because it really is that otherworldly, like I can't even tell if this is real or not, but it could be real, but it also could easily not be real. And I think if you can nail that point where I can't tell if it's real or not, and you didn't use AI, it's impressive. Like, I think that's a cool line to toe. I like it. Very eerie, but like not in a scary kind of way, just kind of like, you know, it's the nostalgia thing. It's like, this feels like walking home from a friend's house or something on like a warm summer night, and the sky is just like extremely vividly red because, I don't know, you're a kid and everything's more colorful when you're a kid for some reason. Awesome. I love it. 10 out of 10. Pictures from a hotel I was staying at a while ago. Dude, here we go again with these bizarre world places. This is just like that furniture store. What is this? See, stuff like this is how you can tell this wasn't really thought out. Like, this was definitely a different building before it was a hotel. I mean, if you couldn't guess, but like the floors are uneven, so they put this like awkward little ramp right here. There's just like a weird little door right here. There's like a planter box. These brick posts are just like kind of randomly placed around. I mean, look at this. This is sick. This is a hotel. A hotel? Like, I get hotels have pools, but this is such a huge room. It's got like a huge slide. I never stayed at a hotel that had a pool slide and also like another pool, like a kiddie pool. Why is everything like ×5 how big it should be? Like, look how small these chairs look. Look how big this room is. Look how giant this frog is. Oh my gosh, the frog is a slide. I just noticed. You walk in his butt and you slide out his mouth. Or if you want to have a little silly fun, you could go backwards and you could have him eat you, go up through the slide, and then you come out his butt. That's pretty funny stuff right there. That's what I'd be doing if I was a kid. Nice. This is just a normal like gas station bathroom. Nothing wrong with that. That's the last picture. Dude, there's gotta be more pictures. I need to see more. What am I even looking at? These are the hotel rooms, I assume. Yeah, of course. And they look out into this like cursed lobby area. There's like chairs everywhere, like as if people are gonna hang out in here. And also it has like that multi-purpose room ceiling. Like, this should be, I don't know, man. This is extremely scary. I feel like this should be like open air. Like, there shouldn't be a ceiling. And then, I mean, you have to change this a little bit too, but this doesn't feel like there should be a ceiling here. And then if there's gonna be no ceiling, there shouldn't be carpet. Like, it should be just like brick or something. Like, there's something about this is way wrong. This feels like I've been captured and I'm being held hostage in this like little fake pretend world. And this one light being green, what's up with that, huh? You can't do that. You can't have one green light. So strange. There's just like weird geometry. Like there's just shapes for no reason. Like what is this right here? Why does it do that? What's this like box right here? What is going on, dude? Help me. Help me understand. What is this place? And why is the pool area like as big as the hotel itself? You have to go up 2 flights of stairs to get to the top of the slide. And you do 2 little swirly doos. There's a basketball hoop in the pool. Okay, we'll move on. This is blowing my mind though. And again, like we'll see the craziest thing and we'll get like 3 pictures. And I'm like, dude, if you're in a place like this, take like 100 pictures. I would get every angle of this frog, you know what I mean? Jeez, dude, this is a good day. This is a good day to be doing liminal space. These are some strange places. Okay, look, we got a second green lamp, all right? I guess that's allowed, as long as there's at least 2. POV, you're spending your last moments in this room. You decide to listen to one more song before passing away. What is the song? This is a eerie, nostalgic room for sure. It's so red outside. There's like some heat storm scorching the world right now, and you're just huddled up in your grandma's house, I guess, waiting out your last moments. I'm trying to think what would be a good song for this. I mean, this isn't really like, this is like homework, I guess, for this video. It's not really related to liminal space, but I don't know, man. What would be a good song for this? I mean, the reality is I would just sit here wasting my final moments not being able to pick a song. I'd be like, I only need one more song. And there's so many good songs though. That'd be it. I would spend my last moments just trying to choose a song. If you guys have a good song that would fit this, please let me know. I would love to hear songs that match this vibe. Perfect. You know, those are gonna be some great songs, I feel like. Okay, next one. We got some sort of industrial type building, just no nonsense, just concrete gray with some random windows with light coming through, just like way up here. No other windows, just like a couple windows at the very top, letting us know that there's people in there, seemingly. And that's right, gang, I took this one. This is for me. You're welcome. This is a almond factory, if you can call it that. I don't know. I mean, they're not making the almonds, so I don't know if you still call it a factory, but they're processing almonds here. And a lot of them, let me tell you. A lot of almonds coming through this place. I'm behind the building, so it's very like, you know, it's not like it's got better presentation on the front of it either. It's still just like a processing plant, but yeah, the back of it just looked like this haunted mansion of industrial factory just soullessness, you know? And I thought it looked kind of liminal. I kind of like it. And the sky being just like this weird gloomy brown, like just this light pollution thing going on. I think it makes it look kind of ominous in a good way. Like I always say about my pictures, I'm like, it doesn't really strike me as like extremely liminal. I think it's hard to capture that, but I think it's liminal enough to include. I think I like it. The lights being on in the windows is bizarre. This was like middle of the night, and I'm like, who's in there? Who's up here? Like this building is so tall, there's no windows for like 8 stories worth of distance. And then there's just windows at the very top with lights on. I'm like, who's up there? What are you doing? What do the almonds need right now? It's midnight on a freaking Sunday. Like, go home. The almonds will still be here tomorrow. You can now forget how you got here. Dude, this is like actually familiar. I feel like I keep saying that, but like actually familiar. Like I feel like I've been on this exact ferry. There's not a lot to go off of because it's just like water and some tree dotted land, but this is up in Washington, at least the one I've been on. It's in Washington. It's the Washington State Ferry, and you could take it from land like north of Seattle to like Orcas Island and some other like islands out there. It's just like a beautiful area, but there's a ferry that runs, and there's, you know, a couple different ferries that you can take, but the view is just like this. It's just like blue with trees, you know, and then you take it out to like an island that's just as beautiful. Ferries always have this kind of old like 80s 90s feel. Like this booth here and this table feels like you could be in like a Taco Bell or something, you know, like an old timey Taco Bell. What a nice cozy little thing. I haven't been on a ferry in a while. This is kind of making me feel like I want to go on a ferry. I used to take ferries a lot when I was younger. We would always take the ferry. Sick. I like it. I don't know if that's actually where this is, but it reminded me of it a lot. Even like the other ferry boat. Like, I mean, how much variety is there in ferry boats? But that's what this looks like to me. And coffee, that could be a sign that we're near Seattle also. Not that Seattle has the monopoly on drinking coffee, but it's definitely a point towards that. The sky is missing. Oh, dude. It's funny how if I hadn't seen things like this before, I would probably say, oh, this is Photoshop. They just like put a roof on it, or they just put rocks in here. But this probably is at the same spot. I've seen another picture that's probably at the same location. I doubt this happens in a lot of places, but there was a scene in a room like this with lights and along, you know, just plain walls, but it was like water, like it was like I don't know if it was resin or something, but they had made like a realistic looking water, like a wave, as an art piece. And this feels like very much the same vibe. Like it could be like just across the hall from that piece, just like rocks with a little river coming through it, like a little creek, if you can even call it that, just a little stream of water. It looks like that, you know? I think that you could have made your point in like a half the size of that room. That's a lot of rocks to have to haul in here, but I kind of like it. It's weird seeing so much rocks that you don't usually see indoors in like the most plain industrial, like office looking room. That's probably the point, but like the juxtaposition of those two things at the same time, it feels weird. It feels illegal. It's like cooking dinner in a basement, you know, like we saw earlier. Like this feels like two things that shouldn't be in the same spot, but I kind of like it, you know? It's kind of weird. I mean, if you could throw some trees in there in the background, or like maybe some just like grass, you know, break it up a little bit, make it look a little more naturey, put some dirt, beautiful, you know, absolutely beautiful. Wave machines make me feel uncomfortable. Yeah, dude, I don't know how liminal this is. This just feels cursed, you know, like this is just something you're not supposed to see, where the waves come out of the wave pool. I've always been freaked out by wave pools. As a kid, I mean, I haven't been in one in 15 years, so exclusively my experience with them is as a kid. But you get like towards the front where like the good waves are, and like there aren't like 100 kids, and then you can see where the waves are coming from, which is these nasty looking like metal grates that are just spewing aggressive water at you. And then the waves sometimes kind of like push you, and then they pull you when they like get the next wave coming, you know, like that little riptide or whatever, the little pull. Creepy, like this thing wants to eat you. Imagine like getting sucked towards it and like your legs going through it. This is like not even liminal, it's just creeping me out. Liminal staircase in Cabo San Lucas. Dude, I've been here. I feel like I always am doing that, like, oh, this reminds me, but I actually was just in this area, but I didn't see this staircase. I wish I had. I'm also surprised they were able to find the beach with no people on it, and the water with no boats on it, and the sky with no clouds in it. Maybe they photoshopped some stuff out of here, because it's really like eerie. But I love how they lined this up with the horizon. Such a small thing, but it makes it feel that much more like curated, like computer gamey. Like it feels like a Photoshop job or like a render, but it's just that they took like a very surreal photo, a very surreal thing to see just as is. And also like, what is this staircase doing? Like, is it that much easier than just walking down 3 feet of a sand hill? You know, like it can't be that much better. Also, is this really gonna stay? Like, I feel like when this rains, it's gonna get eroded away. Anyway, we're focusing on the wrong details. This is a fantastic photo. I love that lineup. Whew, beautiful. I'm impressed. If they really took this picture without photoshopping anything out of it, this is a crazy shot to be able to get. This is something to be proud of for sure. Even if they photoshopped some people out of it or boats or whatever, it's still like you had an eye and you had a vision. Okay, you'll never guess who took this one. I realize it's like the same building, it's just from a different angle. It's like, okay, you got me. This, I also mentioned walking on the railroads. This is me, you got me. I took this picture. The other picture of this building was taken from like over here, you know, that way. Pretty cool. It's got that fog. It's definitely raining a little harder at this point. Railroads, weird geometry, strange lights in the distance, power lines, whatever the heck this is. Definitely more liminal than the other ones, minus this one, which is absolutely a banger, dude. But yeah, pretty good. I like it. I got soaked though, let me tell you. Okay, a couple more here. I'm out of pictures that I took, so you don't have to be suspicious anymore. Unusually long slide in a park I lived nearby. Yeah, dude. What the heck? What in tarnation? Holy moly. That's awesome though, dude. I mean, hopefully it's not somewhere it gets hot in the summer, because these metal slides will destroy you. But this is kind of awesome. Is this staircase just to get to the top of the slide too? Or is this like an alternate way down? Like this is a path you're gonna be walking on anyway, and imagine you're walking and you're like, I'll see you guys at the bottom, I'm taking the slide, and you just like slide alongside your friends who are walking. Imagine that slow too, like they're just walking the same pace as you and you're just like squeaking your way down the slide. Awesome. What is it about slides that seem so fun? They're not like actually that fun. I mean, not to be a hater, like they're fun, don't get me wrong. They're not as fun when you're an adult, but I always thought as a kid, the best thing ever would be to have a slide instead of a staircase, like in a home, you know, like, oh, when I have a home someday, I was a big dreamer back then. When I own a home someday, I'm gonna put a slide instead of stairs. That was like the big thing. And then I'm like, but how do I get up? You know, I have to still put stairs. That's the annoying part about it. You can't have a slide that goes up unless you can. My local mall used to be full of people. Now it's dead. Dude, these old abandoned malls are the best. You know what's crazier than an abandoned mall? One that's not abandoned. Somehow that's more shocking now. Like, if I'm ever in a mall, which is pretty rare, I mean, I'm sure you guys can relate. How often are we in malls? But once in a while, I'll end up in a mall that's like actually busy, dare I say bustling, and I'm like, whoa, this is weird. There's just like people at the mall. Like, they're just like shopping and like getting a Wetzel pretzel and going to the movies or whatever. Like, it's just like a mall. And somehow that's weirder to me than like an abandoned one, because they're usually like this. You know, you can hear your footsteps when you're walking. You're not sure who's watering the plants because you never saw a single person in there. You're going to like one obscure business that's still open in there. A mall near where I lived when I was a kid, or I guess when I was a teenager, it was a pretty abandoned mall, but they had a movie theater in there, and it was like the worst movie theater ever. Like, it had like the smallest screens, the rooms were super long, so it was like 10 rows of like 4 chairs. Like, you would be in like the 7th row because there's only like 30 seats total. You could like hardly see it. The sound was horrible. It smelled weird, but it was $3 to go see movies there. $3 to see a movie? Are you kidding me? I went there all the time, and I always would leave with like such a weird smell on me, like on my hands and on my clothes. But it was $3. Did I mention that part? $3. Yeah, dude, malls are sick. But yeah, this is great. The like weird palm trees with Christmas lights on them. Everything's like closed down. There's lights on in here, but the like metal gates are down. This is cool. I like this. Those plants up there, that's cool. So much empty space. Like, they're designed to have so many people in them. Like, the walkways are so wide. There's benches everywhere for people to sit down and space for people to stand and stuff. And then once they're empty, it's like, it's just so much space for no reason at that point. Look at this. There's like 4 sets of automatic doors right here for 4 groups to be moving in and out at the same time. Like, these places were designed for a ton of people, like a ton of foot traffic, and now they're just empty. It's sad, of course. Like, I miss the concept of the mall, but it feels like a little bit inevitable that malls would, you know, die off, or at least we can't have that many of them. Like, every city should have like 1 mall. We just can't have too many malls. I think there were just too many of them. There are still, like I said, I'll eventually, occasionally find myself in a mall that's doing well, and I'm like, okay, cool. So there's still a desire for going to the mall, but it's just that there was too many of them and it's not sustainable. Okay, a couple more pictures here. I went for a walk and genuinely everyone was gone. Dude, this is sweet. This is beautiful. What a nice little town. Where is this? This looks like Germany. I think the sign said Schul, didn't it? This is Germany. Beautiful. But yeah, kind of strange. There's just no sign of people. I don't know if this is just really American of me to say, but where's like a single piece of trash on the ground? Like, everything is so manicured and untouched in a way that feels unreasonable, like a standard that feels unreasonable to maintain. It's beautiful though. Like, if you're gonna banish me somewhere, banish me here. I would be so happy here. Just this cozy little German town that's like just quiet. You got like these beautiful little hills here with the clouds and the fog. Everything just looks so nice. It's so cozy. Like, every inch of this is cozy. But yeah, having no people around, it's strange. It's a weird feeling. Like, I feel like walking around, if you truly, like, I'm sure the person who took these pictures is exaggerating a little bit. Like, they probably saw people on their walk in real life, but there was enough times where there was no people that they were able to get some pictures like this. But if you truly went on a walk for like an hour or so through a town like this and never saw anyone, never heard a car, never whatever, like, that would be scary. Like, that would be weird. I would be worried that like everyone got vaporized except for me. Like, everyone's gone. Everyone left Earth and I'm the only one left. Or like this is some sort of experiment. You know, everyone's watching me. Like, it would be really strange. But beautiful. And I like it. Let's go. If anyone knows what town this is, do tell. Not that I'm gonna go there, but I would like to know. You know, I just like to know stuff. Motel lobby with delightfully outdated decor. Okay, here we go. Giant room. That's classic. Tons of carpet. Way like over decorated. You know, they got like a roof inside the building. And then that, like, I don't know what else to call it. This like multi-purpose room office building ceiling with the panels. It just reminds me of a very specific time. Whenever it's like that, it's always clear that the building was once just almost one giant like warehouse type room. Like the ceiling goes past everything, if that makes sense. Like it's that ceiling everywhere. Some weird hotels today. Holy smokes. I don't feel like I would check in here. Like, why are they doing so much? Look at the handles on these doors. What in the dungeon? It's so strange. I mean, I kind of like what they were doing with like the like little storefront kind of style of whatever these rooms are. Like it's kind of like, it's cute, but dude, what is this? Hodgepodge of styles. Just strange. Imagine checking in here. Imagine walking through this door with a straight face with your bags, turning this corner and checking in for your hotel. I don't even know if this is the check-in. Looks like maybe a breakfast area. Imagine sitting in this massage chair next to the ATM. That's crazy. Just the amount of carpet plus the ceiling would make anything look liminal. Like you could put anything in this room and it would look liminal because of the ceiling and the floor. But this being what's in here, it's liminal. I mean, confirmed. Put a stamp of liminal on that one. And also, like, do you go down this hall and then the rooms are like above you? Like this is where you go to the rooms? Now it looks like I'm just in like a random building I shouldn't be in. Like I feel like I'm in an entirely different building at this point. Strange, dude, but somehow the other hotel is still weirder. This doesn't even look like a hotel. This doesn't look like anything. This looks like nonsense. And the absurdly, just comically large pool area for a hotel is crazy. You'd think this hotel is like extremely popular where they're gonna be like, we have 10,000 guests at once. So of course we have to have a huge lobby and a huge pool because we're in like a really high traffic area. But like I can say with confidence, this is not somewhere in the world that's very heavily traveled. And if it is, this is not the destination people stay at. This isn't like where you stay across the street from, you know, Broadway or something. Like this isn't like, oh, there's always people coming through. No, dude, this is some nonsense. This is some small town in the Midwest type hotel. But even still, how is that sustainable? Like it has to be somewhere people are coming through. I don't know. This is bewildering to me. But anyway, two very strange hotels today and a lot of other weird stuff. Can we get one more honorable mention to this picture? Leave on this note. I feel like seeing the rest of my pictures in the context of the other posts, I was like, they're all right. This one, I like it. This one, it's decent. This one, probably the better of the rainy walk ones. I mean, this one's pretty good. This one just feels like a moody photo, not like a liminal space photo. It's just like moody teenager, you know, like listening to freaking My Chemical Romance walking on the train tracks, you know? But it's a good photo. I don't hate it. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I love a good liminal space video. I love just looking at these weird, eerie photos. Like it's just, there's nothing else like it. It makes me feel things that I don't feel anytime ever otherwise, you know? Like it makes me feel emotions I don't even know what to call them. Like looking at this, what do you feel looking at this? I feel something. I don't know what it is though. It's strange. It's like being 1% scared, you know? Just like the teeniest little dipping your toes into the scared pool. But the rest of the emotions are just like a weird time travel-y, otherworldly, kind of dreamlike feeling. I don't know. I like it. We're gonna keep trying to put this into words. Every time I do a video like this, we're gonna keep talking about it until we all understand it. Because currently, it's still weird to me. I don't really get it. Anyway, like I said, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. A long time to just sit here with me, just jibber jabbering about images, not even videos. There's not even anything that stimulating on screen. It's just pictures of things like hotels and rooms and whatever. So, I mean, if you stuck around to the end of the video, thank you so much. Like truly, you're here to hang out with me and I appreciate that. I don't take that lightly. So if you're still here, don't forget to like the video. And if you're not subscribed by this point, you know, maybe consider doing that. But anyway, thank you guys. I appreciate you. I love doing liminal space. We'll do it again in a couple months and I'll have a new crop of my own pictures to share with you and hopefully a couple more that are at this level because I like this one a lot. But pictures, they kind of have to find you, not the other way around. Even if I go out to specifically take liminal space pictures, I don't always find good ones. Like I had other pictures I didn't include. I took this one a couple days ago and I was like, I mean, it's fine. You know, it's just the back of buildings. It's not that liminal. It's just like kind of abandoned. Like, who cares? It's not the right vibe. It's close, but it's not the right one. But anyway, thank you. Bye-bye. See you next time. And look who it is. It's Norman. Aww. He's back.
He missed you guys so much.